There are 4 reasons why the Phoenix Suns will dominate the NBA next season, and the first reason is because of the recent signing of Tyus Jones. Last season, the Phoenix Suns were the laughingstock of the NBA, as after making the trade to acquire Bradley Beal, they sort of backed themselves into a corner. With 2 star players both at the shooting guard, it left a gaping hole at the point guard, and with no extra cap to sign themselves a real floor general, Phoenix struggled last season. But now with the addition of, in my opinion, the most underrated player in the league, the Suns all of a sudden have a realistic shot to win the Western Conference. The reason Tyus Jones will be such a difference maker in Phoenix has everything to do with his offense. Tyus Jones is a smart and savvy offensive creator, as here he uses the give and go of Abdia to lose Mathurin for 2. Here he's able to beat Damian Lillard off the bounce and then float it home over Brook Lopez. He's surprisingly quick too, as here off the catch he just beats his man off the dribble, getting to the cup for 2. Now running the break, he's able to put it on time and on target for a Kyle Kuzma slam. Now playing with Kevin Durant, he'll be able to do this quite frequently. He just looks so calm on the court, as here he spots the driving lane and then uses his quickness to get an easy 2. His calmness and abilities to be an elite floor general were put on full display when he was Ja Morant's backup. In the 2022 season, the Grizzlies started 36-21 with Ja, but once Morant was sidelined for 25 games due to injury, Tyus Jones became the team's starting point guard, and the results were shocking. Over the 25-game span, the Grizzlies went 20-5 with Jones at the helm, which also included a better offensive rating and a much better defensive rating. Because of this, I have no doubts in his ability to be able to run this Suns offense, but if anything, their defense may not be the greatest. But at the latter stages of last season, the Suns had one of the best offenses in the league, and now with a real floor general to help the offensive flow, the Phoenix Suns should have a much better offense next season. The second reason why the Suns will be a top 5 team in the West next season is because of Kevin Durant. KD, even in his age 35 season, was still as dominant as ever on the offensive side of the ball, putting up 27.1 points, 6.6 rebounds, and 5 assists on an incredibly efficient 52% shooting. Although he isn't as quick as he was with OKC or Golden State, his efficiency playing alongside Bradley Beal and Devin Booker has been astounding. The reason why he's been able to be so much more efficient with the Suns is because of the reluctance or even inability at times to send double teams to him without giving up a better look to Bradley Beal or Devin Booker. On 2-point field goals last season, Kevin Durant was historically efficient for a shooter, connecting on 56% of his 2-point attempts. Here KD sizes up the bigger Naz Reid, and with a change of speed and a fadeaway, KD creates enough separation to knock it down. Bigger defenders can't guard KD because they're too slow, and smaller defenders can't guard him because they simply can't contest his shots, as here he doesn't even see the contest of Jay Crowder. Kevin Durant is also comfortable coming off ball screens, as here Nurkic sets the pick, allowing Durant to get the mismatch on Plumlee for an open mid-range jump shot. Now with the smaller Gary Payton, he will simply get to his spot and shoot over him. Another way Durant deals with smaller defenders is with his back to the basket, as here Alex Caruso is no match for his size and strength, as he connects on an easy fall away. He makes tough shots look easy, as here between 2 Warrior defenders, while also being off balance, he can still knock it down. There's just no answer for him, as here it's if the defender's not even there. Now matched up with Aaron Gordon, who is probably the most ideal matchup in the whole league, he again just gets to his spot and knocks it down. Kevin Durant in the mid-range is just simply unfair, but from 3-point range, he had his second best 3-point shooting season of his career, making 41% of his shots from downtown. Some of these have been off the bounce, but surprisingly enough, he's getting a lot of catch and shoot looks now. Here, Booker draws a crowd, leaving him wide open for 3. Now this time it's O'Neal who makes the drive and kick out to Durant for 3. This right here is a look Kevin Durant has absolutely never had before, as here with Book and Beal both involved in the pick and roll, the Wolves defense completely forgets about Kevin Durant. On offense, this squad feels like Team USA, as there's 3 dudes out on the floor constantly who you want to double team, but simply can't because you'll leave the other open. Here Anthony Edwards is too eager to come up with the steal, leaving Durant open in the corner. Now one-on-one with Max Strus, Durant will just pull up and knock it down. Here again it's Nurkic who sets a great screen for KD, allowing him to get the switch on Batase, and that's hand down, man down. His offensive game is just so pretty, as once he makes the catch from Gordon, there's not a single person in the arena who doesn't think that's cash. It took us a while, but we eventually got used to Durant making shots like this, pulling up for 3 with 2 defenders on him. And even here is a great example of the space that he now gets with Booker, as once Markkanen steps over to help Clarkson on Booker, Devin will simply make the outlet pass to KD for an open triple. But it's not just the offensive side of the ball where KD has been able to make an impact, but it's also his defense, as his shot blocking ability in particular has been a huge plus for them, averaging 1.2 rejections per game last season. Here matched up on Batum, Durant uses his quick hands to force a turnover, leading to some room service for a teammate. Here with Ivica Zubac trying to bully Jock Landale in the paint, Durant comes over at the perfect moment to get a rejection. Here Norman Powell tries to challenge Durant at the rim and is sent back. Now Eric Gordon attempts to cross him over and instantly regrets that decision as Durant picks his pocket. With Jokic in the post on Bismack Biyombo, KD instantly comes over at the perfect moment to come up with the block. However, this is Nikola Jokic we're talking about, so of course he just gets that back and draws the foul and one. Here Christian Brown tries the up and under around KD, but Durant gets a piece of it. The length and coordination of Kevin Durant is not only an offensive gift, but a defensive one also. As coming into his age 36 season, there's a real chance that he could be the best offensive and defensive player on the Suns next season. The third reason why Phoenix will potentially be a title contender next season is because of the brilliance of Devin Booker. Booker continues to lead this Suns team with his 27, 4, and 7 on 49% shooting last season. Since the arrival of Kevin Durant, his efficiency has gone through the roof, improving from 46% to 49% over the last 2 seasons. Here Devin Booker backs down Stephen Curry, and he's good enough to hit the fadeaway while drawing the foul and one. When Devin Booker goes to the mid-range, it's often with his back to the basket, as he's comfortable hitting these Jordan-esque fadeaways. But of course he also likes to face up, but he'll usually do this on the fly, like he does here. Now against Santi Aldama, it's party time, as he uses an array of dribble moves to get to the basket for 2. Now from the outside, he'll bury the jumper over Dennis Schroeder. His touch around the basket is also impressive, as here with Pat Connaughton hounding him, he gets a soft touch for 2. Unlike a lot of guards in the league, Booker isn't afraid to use his strength when he gets a smaller defender matched up on him, as here he backs down Morris all the way to the paint and then connects on a fadeaway. Here Devin Booker breaks down Michael Porter Jr., getting all the way to the cup for 2. Even against stronger defenders like Wesley Matthews, Devin Booker is still comfortable in the post, here connecting on the fall-away jumper. Then again with Josh Green as the matchup, he'll draw the foul and one with this tough shot. Since the rise of Anthony Edwards, it's almost seemed like Devin Booker's gone under the radar, as all of a sudden people are surprised that he's starting over him in the Olympics. However, I'm here to tell you right now, Devin Booker is still the best shooting guard in the NBA today. The fourth reason as to why the Suns will be much better next season is because of the added bench depth compared to last season. Last season, the Suns rolled out an incredibly top-heavy lineup, with their best player off the bench being Eric Gordon, which in 2017 might have been good, but certainly not in 2024. Since the offseason started, the Suns have been able to add a solid backup point guard in Monte Morris, one of the best backup centers in the league in Mason Plumlee, while they were still able to keep guys like Grayson Allen, Drew Eubanks, and Royce O'Neal. Grayson Allen in particular was very good last season, shooting an NBA best 46% from 3 on 6 attempts per game, and actually finished in the top 10 for most improved last year. The question surrounding Allen, though, has always been his defense. There's no doubt that he battles on that side of the floor, but because of his position, he usually has to guard guys bigger than he is. I'm sure in the regular season, we'll see Phoenix tinker with their starting lineup, as he might prove to be more valuable off the bench. However, I don't have Bradley Beal as a reason why this Suns will be good next season, as I simply never liked the trade in the first place. For me, this would be the most likely reason the Phoenix Suns don't succeed next season, as having Booker and Beal in the starting lineup with Tyus Jones will leave them very small. For me, Bradley Beal needs to be the 6th man for this team. However, I don't see that happening, and for this reason, Bradley Beal will hold this team back, if anything. But what do you guys think? Can Phoenix contend for an NBA championship next season, or is the Western Conference just too strong? Let me know in the comments below.